Greetings to all. Today I am going to present about project execution plan document. And this project execution plan is a document used to define how you will execute a project. And this stage will come, and this project execution plan document stages come after the project initiation and planning stage of a project. So this execution plan document will addresses the scheduling, resources allocations, and monitoring and controlling of a project. And this is very much required for controlling or for the successful completion of a project or for the structured controlling of a project. So what are the things you can see, what are the parts of this project execution plan? First thing, you can see the project title here, which is the title of the project is deployment of grievance redressal system. That is the project title. And who is the project owner? What is the name of the project owner? That you can add here. So what is the start date of this project? What is the end date of this project? And how many days required for the completion of this project or duration of this project? You can add here. So after you project manager should be aware about the complete deliverables of the project. What are the scope of the project? What are the goals of the project? So project manager would be aware about all the details. And after awareing all the details, that project manager should be aware about the what are the inputs and outputs of the project. So here about this project grievance redressal system, there is a project proposal document available. Here this document will tell about all the details of this project of this redressal system project. So from this project document, you can take the project duration, what are the milestone of this project, etc. Etc. Or the duration of the each system can be available in this project. So first, then after awareing about the project manager will go to the project manager can make a meeting with the team members for knowing the task available or task in the project. So he can have or project manager can have a meeting with the project with the different departments about the task involved in the project. So after knowing that, he has to create a breakdown structure for the project. Here for the execution, the project will start with the project initiation. So here the project will start with the meeting with the external customer. So the team introduction would be there. So you can see that in the team introduction, there is a input would be a team charter, and team familiarization would be the output. So the project manager can plan this execution plan. He can include this work breakdown structure like this. He can also give a space for the assigned member or for assign. Then start date should be mentioned there, end date should be mentioned there, and duration of each work breakdown works or activity would be mentioned here. Input output of each activity uh, should be mentioned there. Then after making the work breakdown structure, so here the project execution plan contains all the work breakdown structure of the complete execution of GRS system. Then after that, each stage, how much duration is this breakdown would be taking. So that you can get from this project document. See, first week one, we are going project introduction only. That means we are meeting the stakeholder, we are introducing the project, etc. is coming in the week. So here, whenever the project starts, start date would be a different date, but the duration would be the 1 week only. So that has been assigned here as a duration of project initiation. After that, you can see the work breakdown structure from the project deployment of the project document. Here you can see the user role system administrator. What are the activities involved in the system administrator. So the use cases setting of the project of system admin would be the next stage of this project. So that has mentioned here. Then after that, so what is the duration of that activity, that use case setting for the system admin? That would be the again for 2 weeks has mentioned in our project. In our second, see the GRS system configuration will take 4 weeks. So that is mentioned in the project document. So it takes 14 days for the development of this use cases setting for the system admin. So after that, each activity, each task are under this activity, there are different tasks are there. So each task has different days. That also can be noted here. Then after that, the second activity is use cases setting for the grievance cell. After this, it is actually interdependent activity. Activity 2.1, after completing the use case setting for the system admin only, this we can set the use cases setting for the grievance cell. So you can't start that activity parallelly. So after the 14 days of the duration, this activity will start. So use case setting for the grievance will start after at the end date of this the previous task. So that also mentioned here. Then this also takes 14 days for the completion. So duration are 14 days. That is also, so the end date would be accordingly, that equation can be created in the worksheets. After completing the ticket module configuration, there are use case setting for the grievance cell. There are many tasks come under this use case setting. So the number of duration can be taken from the department of the PDD department for the completion of this use case setting. Then here again after completion of this grievance cell only we can go to the use case setting for the management. Here the report creation and scheduling, there are many tasks under this use case setting, and this also taking 14 days for the completion. So after completing this task only, we can start the use cases for the management. So this will start this is the first step of the use cases for the management, report creation and scheduling. So each task are interdependent, and you can start by knowing the interdependent task, you can plan the resources. And after completing all the use cases, then there is a next activity come under this project is review of adoption with users. Then review we can we can do in between or in parallel with that task. So after completing the first stage or after completing the 1 week of use case setting for the system admin, we can start the review of the users. So the date is mentioned in that way. So after completing of 1 week of this process, the review of this use cases will start, and that is a recurring process that after completing of each use cases, that review will happen parallelly. It takes time. Of adoption with users, the next activity is the training of users and resolvers on usage module. So this activity will start after review. We can start after the review of adoption with users only. So the date of this would be or this would be parallel task with this. So we can mention in that way, and this would be the date would be changed accordingly, and then maybe this training required 2 weeks or 3 weeks of training required. So the duration would be 18 days, and in that way this end date would be changed accordingly. Then the next activity is project handover. Project handover will start after the completion of our first use cases. So in that way, it is planned accordingly. After this project handover is also a recurring task. So that will happen after completing the use cases of the use case setting of the system admin. That also take 1 month. That is also given here. It is a 4-week process. Project handover is a 4-week process from 16 to 20. That means it is a 4-week process. Then after completing the handover of the project, the next activity is release of story. So that you can start after the completion of all the use cases. See, after completing the use cases for the management, this handover releases of success story will take place and complete the project, and duration would be almost equal to 1 week or 10 days, 11 days. 11 days. And the project, finally, you can hand over that project at the end of the process. By knowing the interdependencies of this activity, you can plan the resources also. So after completing the resource planning, the project execution plan would be ready, and we can have the and how will you monitor the progress? By creating the GitHub board. We are monitoring the process. So this is the GitHub board created for this project, deployment of grievance redressal system. And when the project starts, this GitHub board will be active for controlling and monitoring. And this, you can see the view of this project in Gantt chart also. This is in a board view. So this is the road map. So which are the overlapping tasks, such things you can see in this Gantt chart board. This is the Gantt chart view of the project. In that way, we are going to applying or monitoring this project. So after completing the project execution plan, the project initiation meeting will start. Thank you so much.